Right guys, we're back again with Power Washer. This is slowly getting to my favourite game. It might be knocking off Supermarket Simulator. I think what we'll do is we'll give this bonus jobs a go. So I think I'm going to clean the gnome fountain. I'm not really interested in this read up, I just like to get this job done, to be honest. I know I've got to clean, so there's no point telling me what I've got to do. So let's get this all cleaned up. It's a gnome fountain for obvious reasons, but what do you think it's made out of? Probably some sort of metal, I would have thought. Maybe some, no, I don't know, that kind of looks like stone, doesn't it? It would, because it's some kind of marble that you can potentially repurpose it into a park keeper's lodge. I don't know what to say about that. Why would you do that? It's only a fountain itself and inconsiderate quality. I can't even speak today, so I'm just going to not bother reading the rest of that. So we're getting through it quite quickly. It's looking good. Is that dirt? Yeah, that's dirt. So we need our little... This is the one. That's the one. That's what we need. Make sure we get all these little bits. Sorry, I made that properly. Didn't mean to do that to your little bits. I don't think there's any order I really particularly want to go in with this one. Do I do the outside and then work my way in? There's my little football, and I think I see a doggy. So I can't reach actually over there, which is unusual. So these little bits definitely need the power of the washer. So I can reach with this one, I just couldn't reach with the other one. So let's go back to my yellow one until we find another stubborn area. So the outer wall. So it must be done in sections, because it's saying I'm nearly finished the outer wall, and we've only done this this little bit. So from pillar to pillar it must be sectioned, which would make sense, wouldn't it? So just as I'm here, I'm just going to turn and make sure. That was a little section there. So that's another little section that just flashed. So it's not done by the in between each gnome, it's actually done by these little line bits. Let's just get these bits. I'm just doing these little fiddly bits while I'm here, while I got this one on. Then I'll go back to my yellow one. So I was just testing there, see how far I could reach, but I can't actually reach that far. So there's my ladder. I've gone back to this guy for some reason. This is going to be a massive job. We've only done 1% so far. So I think this is going to be a big job to do. So we'll just keep working our way around. We've got our trusty, ice cream truck out the back. We might need an ice cream after all this. So I presume what I'll have to do is I'll have to jump the wall to get in. I'm not sure if I have to go under here. It looks like it, don't it? So as I'm on the outer wall, I might as well just stay down here, to be honest. And I can go around and do the top of it when I go inside, I think. Oh, we've got a bicycle. The ball's actually sat on a, a bench. We'll probably be able to knock the ball off when we get closer. So I reckon by the time I get around this wall, I reckon I'll probably be about 10%. So I reckon. I don't know if I did that one. Did I do that one? No. There we go. See if we can get the ball. We've lost the ball now. It's gone in the bushes. We need this one back. There we go. We're still on 3% of the wall, so I may be wrong in it being 10% of the job. So we've gone around, 3 sections of it? And one of the sections that we've just done it hasn't actually moved on. It's on 4% now. I didn't keep an eye out on what I started off with, money-wise. So I don't know how much, I can't remember how much this job said it was worth. I presume you still get paid for the bonus jobs. I'm going to stand back up for a minute. So none of these midden columns with the gnome on it have actually flashed yet, so I believe we'll have to do both sides for it to flash. So we are on 6% now, so my estimate of 10% could be slightly off. I think it's going to be slightly more than 10%. I don't know how far round we are. I would say maybe halfway round now. Or maybe a little bit less than halfway, I'm not actually sure. But we are at the ice cream man now. So each of these little ones here are 25 cents we earn. See how much these big ones we get. So that's 50 cents for the big ones. I'm just going to go back around to this bit because I was more interested in seeing how much I earned in cleaning it all. We'll have a look what we get paid per section of the wall when I stop distracting myself with the gnome. We get $1.50 per wall section. I am a bit close here, so just step it back a bit. I was trying to see how far I could get into the inside. I think I'm definitely going to need my ladder when I get inside to get up onto that top bit. I've only seen my ladder so far, so I presume that's all I'm working with is my ladder. I'll come back and do those little bits once I've done this bit. Right, so now the walls are clean and I can go around and do these little bits. And as I've got my twirler on, I'm just going to go and do these bits and then I'll come back and do the main wall. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go around and do all these little pieces, and then, because I don't think I've actually got that much of the wall left. Probably have, and I've probably decided to do the wrong thing. But I'm just going to go and concentrate on these ones. Oh, no we haven't. So, well, we're definitely over 10%, and we are back round. So I think I've done all these bits. Maybe, what, 14%? I know I haven't just been doing the walls, I have been doing the gnomes as well, which will count into it. So that it is basically the whole outer section. Because if I left the gnome completely, I would still have to come out to the outer section to finish them off. So it just made sense to do it as I'm going around. I don't know if, I was about to say, I don't know if I'm wasting my time on that one, if I've already done it or not, but I hadn't. So this is the last wall bit. So that's the outer section done. Where did I find my ladder? I think it was more around here, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. Let's just pick my ladder and put it over here so it's here when I need it to be. And then we'll just go around doing all these back of the walls and the gnomes and the floor while I'm here as well. So we are at 15%. Didn't clock what it said before I jumped over, because I did start. So I've cleaned the gnome. And I've done quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, the floor comparison to how much floor there is, but I've done some of the floor. I don't know if I have any soap left. So I have got 3 litres. I might just use it up. And if it does work well, then I can get some more, which it does seem to be working pretty well, doesn't it? So it has told me to refill, but at the moment I'm not going to. Because as you can see, it has left some bits. You see I think I'm going to have to go under all this. So that's why they haven't been flashing. This floor is going to be the bane of my life, I think. At least it's easy to see, so if I do have to come back, then it is easy to see where the dirt is. I think this gnome's being a little bit of a stubborn ass. There we go. Right, so that part of the floor is done, so that's done in sections by the looks of it. So we're now at 25%. Right, so that's good to know that we don't have to focus on the whole of the floor. There was bits I had missed, but you couldn't see it unless you turned the mud thing on. We are coming halfway round the, I think they call it the lower pool section. Good thing is we're doing the largest circumferences first, so by the time I start going inside, the circumferences aren't so big. It is looking a lot better, and this floor bit hasn't actually lit up yet, so I'm just going to go back and just give it a going over. There we go. Just saves me coming back when I'm searching on my tablet to see what I've missed and what I haven't missed. So if I can clock on early that I've not done a section, it's better to just quickly do it and then come back later on. So all these bits here are different sections, so I will have to go back to the first one I did because it didn't flash, because I was thinking it was all joined, which it's not. So I will go back to that and make sure that's done. I don't mind saying that I'm struggling to find motivation to come to work. We all struggle to get motivation to come to work, mate, it's just part of life. But if I knew I was coming to a brand new deluxe marble keeper's lodge, possibly even the finest side of, we didn't get to read the rest of that, but I presume he was happy with it. Happy with the progress anyway, because I'm not finished yet. I'm not even halfway done. I'm not sure if this one's flashed or not. There we go. It has now. I don't think this, there we go. I was about to say I don't think that's done. I believe this is our last floor section. Oh no, we've got 2 more. It looks like I've halfway done the other one. Halfway done? Does that make sense? I'm not entirely sure if I've got all these little sections. That might be a tablet job, but I have been trying to sure they are all done. Right, so we have gone over our grand marker now. We're building the money back up. So that's that floor section done. So we have got this floor section left. On the outer anyway. The outer pool. I feel like this gnome is going to be a bit tricky. There we go. Now I'm hoping once I've done this outer layer, outer pool area, I'll be at 50%. That's what I'm hoping. Right, so that's now the outer floor done. I'm just going to go back to this bit, because I don't believe it actually signed off. Actually, I think it might have, and I just didn't realise. Oh, there we go, it's just flashed now. Right, so we can start going inside now. So I'm not sure if this floor would be sectioned. I'm not entirely sure. We will find out, won't we? So we are 50% now. So there must be loads of fiddly bits in these ones because we've done the two biggest areas or circumferences and we're only 50%. So what I'm thinking here is this floor's all one and this going all the way around is one, because I have done two sections now and it's not flashing up. So from over there all the way to this zigzag, this is all one as well. So that's why I'm thinking maybe it's all a big job. And this ring down here is separate as well. So we are halfway around this little section now. Medium section, shall I say. It's not our smallest section and it's definitely not our largest section. So we'll call it our middle section. And we are at 59%. So we started off at 50% when we started this section. So I'm saying probably finish off about 70%. And then we've got all this, which is going to be fun. If you can see, it's quite stubborn and intricate. So I think I might have to go with my twirly on those ones. Now I couldn't help but notice that the fountain seems covered in lustrous variety of moss, lichen and algae, three of my favourite things to find on a wall. Naturally moss sits on the throne, lichen second and algae third, although I do still have time for algae. Heart warden. Well, why don't you clean all the algae off then? Earl does too. Sometimes he sees it as nibbles as he passes the restroom. Oh no. I didn't need to know that information. I don't need to know what Earl does too. Least favourite thing to find on the wall is graffiti. Agreed. Graffiti is a pain in the ass to clean. And this fountain is a pain to clean as well. It's a big job. Takes a lot of time and effort. I'm not going to focus on this ring here yet because I've gone all the way around pretty much without doing it. So when I move on to the next bit, I'll just go around and do it. So it doesn't make sense to start going around and doing it now. Or does it? No, I'll just leave it for now. Focus on this bit that I was actually doing, because otherwise I'm going to start missing bits down here. Look. So I think I'm now in the last section of this. Looks like it, because I can see my ladder and I can see cleanness, which is always a good sign. It means we're getting there. It's not looking good for the floor, I don't think. I've only got this section left, but if you look on the bar, I'm not going to worry about it too much at the moment if I come back and do it. I just want to move on to the next section. So there is a lot to do on this section. Lots of different levels, lots of nuts and crannies, and a lot of graffiti. So I'm not going to focus on that because I'm going to have to go closer to that. And I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? There is a lot of different angles I've got to get while I'm up here. I've got to pretty much blast above my head. Sorry, losing my voice here. Blast above my head, blast literally everywhere. It's all really fine stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do the floor while I'm up here as well, because it did say I hadn't completed the floor. So I will blast that as I'm going around as well, and then hopefully that should get the bits I've missed. You see all this is graffiti. I think I'm going to have this twirly one out. Should be able to get all the finer bits. You can see here all the ridges. It's not so easy. You can get most of it from this sort of angle. It shouldn't be too bad. It is going to be a pain though. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But we do seem to be getting through it. So we just got to take it section by section really. Not focusing too much on how much we got to do because it would just be too tedious then. Just gotta remember how far we've come, not how much more we gotta go. I haven't actually worked out a good tactic for this in a bit. It seems to be just clean what you can see, and hopefully we'll get there in the end. Doesn't actually seem to be any good tactics for it. I probably should have started off with this bit and then went to the easier bits. I've got to say that is one heck of a fountain. Looks like a keeper's lodge idea is dead in the water. Oh wow. I don't think after I've cleaned all this you're changing it into anything but a fountain. Do you know how hard I've worked on this? Alright, so that's the floor finally done down there. I don't have to worry about that no more. I can just concentrate on this bit. So that's that bit done. So we are at 80% now, which is music to my ears. Still got a long way to go though. We are getting through it slowly but surely, but this is definitely the most tedious. So I thought the floor was the most tedious, but it definitely ain't. This inner part of the fountain. I think I will have to come back and do most of these columns. I have seen a few flash, but not all of them have flashed. So that may be a job to go around with after. I'm going to start taking it up the ladder now. So we're 83% done. We're nearly there. And I think I might have to have the ladder up into this bit as well. These are the little tedious bits again. So with the really stubborn dirt on. So I think I'm just going to go around and do them first. Actually, I changed my mind as usual. Just go around in the circles I'm going in. We've got all graffiti up here. Don't ask me how these people get up here to graffiti. They must be good climbers, or they bring a ladder to the park. Who knows? I'm going to go with that they're good climbers. Can't imagine people bringing ladders, but you never know. Nothing surprises me these days. We're 87% now, guys. We are nearly on my 100-meter sprint. We're nearly there. I'm hoping we get a half decent amount for this job because it is taking hours. I'm getting a numb bottom. I've been sat here that long. So we are at our 100-meter sprint. That feels like it's gonna be a marathon. But we are so close now. The finish line is in sight. It looks like we have the corporate of the graffiti guy's footprints. So I'm hoping I don't have to go inside that bowl. I am hoping. I don't think it should be that bad if I do have to go in it. I think once I've done this section here, this middle bit here, that's all these little column bits. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how many there is of them, but I'm pretty sure this would be the last one. There we go, so that's that column done. That's that pillar done. Wait, where's my ladder? Ladder, where are you? I must have been out. There it is. It doesn't look like I can put it up anywhere, does it? So I have only got 7% to go. So seeing as my ladder won't actually go into the bowl, I believe it is just this outside left I've got to do. So it's quite annoying how the points of the ladder is quite far between each other. So we have got 6% to go. So we have got that gnome up there, so I'm not sure how we make it up there. There must be a way of getting these as well, because they're not easy to get either. Don't know how I'm going to get up there, guys. There must be a way of putting the ladder up. Because how else am I going to get up there? Because I can't get them from down here. How do I get up there, guys? Yeah, because I've got a whole body to do as well. Can I see him if I go up? No, I can't see. Surely it's just not from the ground. Let's turn him off because he's distracting me. I can see him from here, but I can't reach him. Narrow beam. Don't think I'm getting him, am I? This has stumped me, guys. How on earth am I meant to get you? No, I can't jump up there. And I don't think I had anything else around me to help. No. So I don't know what I'm going to do here, guys. I have 6% left. And I can't work out how to do it. It's official, guys, the game has beat me, so I'm going to leave this episode here and we'll see you again on the next one. Goodbye.